Nintendo is up to their antics again, targeting super fans of series that they just won't bring to Switch. Plus, we've got an update on Hollow Knight Silksong. Yes, you heard that, we're not dreaming. My cat just decided to arrive for the Hollow Knight Silksong party, and there is a windstorm outside, so if you hear like, it's not me, it's the wind. Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Hope you're all doing fantastic out there. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much to everybody for supporting this channel. Oh, Cat needs to go. Thanks for supporting this channel. I appreciate you. It's really awesome to be able to do this, and I'm grateful. I've got to meet some of you in person lately, and it's been really nice. The kitten is leaving. I'm continuing the video because we won't stop for nothing, and thank you for being understanding of the different partnerships that I've had on the channel lately. Honestly, it's been kind of tough this year, so it's things like that that allow me to continue doing this each and every day. When I say that, it's not just cliche, something to say, I mean it. So thank you for being so supportive of the streams and whatnot we've got going on the channel. But what we've got going on Switch is Beyond Good and Evil. I told you that 20th anniversary edition was going to drop, and it is on June 25th, early next week. You can play Beyond Good and Evil, and they announced a ton of physical editions for other titles as well. I typically don't cover this stuff just because the games are already on Switch. They're just bringing physical versions, unless it's some like really big physical version. But the LRG, Limited Run Games, Showcase, Showfest, Show Blah Blah, is bringing a ton of different things our way. They're a great company. They do a lot of good work, and seeing so many titles go physical is really fun. But Beyond Good and Evil, the 20th anniversary one, gets a launch trailer. It's coming out on the 25th, which is next Tuesday, and that might be a nice game to add to your collection while you wait for some of these Nintendo first-party titles to pop their faces out there. Or if you'd rather play something more on the indie scene, Switch Online gets a new game trial here in the States. We've got Darkest Dungeon 1, which is definitely tied to the announcement of Darkest Dungeon 2, coming to Nintendo Switch in July. So Darkest Dungeon is a very good game, but it's very hard and really dark. Like when they say Darkest Dungeon, it's not just like, oh, who turned out the lights? I need a flashlight. It's like, oh my gosh, these people are dying and struggling and having all sorts of famine, stress, disease, mental issues. It's pretty crazy and dark. It's not for the faint of heart, but it is a very well-made game. And if you are interested in Darkest Dungeon 2, this is a great chance to try it out. It starts now and runs till the 26th, so it's 7 days of free trial for Darkest Dungeon. If you recall, there was a free trial in Europe of Hollow Knight, and so we thought maybe Hollow Knight would be coming to the Direct in some form. It did not. Luckily, we do have an update for that, and I've got an update for you on show. Bowser wants to hear the Hollow Knight Silksong update. Okay, I understand. I do too. So Hollow Knight Silksong, let me pull this up, Bowser. People have been worried about the game. It wasn't at the Xbox Showcase. It wasn't at the Nintendo Direct. It's been nowhere for a long time. Team Cherry was like, we'll update you guys when we have something next. Don't worry. And they've had nothing next. But now we know from a person who's been referred to as the lead playtester on Silksong, Greg, with a Graig, that he literally knows it's not in dev hell. He says that he's played the game, and he knows, based on following up with their playtests, that the game is not in humongous trouble. He goes on to say, like, every game has their issues, every game, goes through development ups and downs, but this one is not in some terrible dire straits or at risk of getting canceled. He also says that he does believe Team Cherry should probably be communicating better with its fans, but I do know that's a tough task. As somebody who has worked a lot with game developers and publishers over the last decade and more, it's tough, because if you come out and say like, oh, it's struggling or we need more time, is that better? Is that going to be received any better than just not saying anything? When people see an announcement from you, they get excited that maybe it's the game coming out, but then it's just a delay announcement or we're working on it. Maybe they don't even know how long the delay is going to be or how long it's even going to be considered a delay, since there wasn't really a release date in the first place. They know that fans are bummed / eager / going crazy for this game. And so my guess is that Team Cherry is just waiting to not say anything until they have something definitive to say. And I can respect that. It's annoying. It's freaky. It's good to know, though, from Greg, that your mate Greg, that there is not any like significant problem with the game. It's just taking more time than anybody anticipated. And hopefully when we do hear from Team Cherry, the good news is we should know that as soon as we see something, as soon as we hear something, boom, It's probably going to be close. It's probably going to be ready. It's probably going to be good to go. So maybe not the news that you wanted to hear, but at the same time, possibly good news that there's not something terribly wrong with the game. And I do still have high hopes that it's out in 2024. Look, we're not even halfway through the year yet. They still have 6+ months to drop this title. And with a lighter fall, there's no need to be scared of the holiday months as maybe an indie game normally would be. There's enough buzz, enough excitement, enough anxiety, enough anticipation for this title that if they announce, hey, it's coming out early October, late November, early December might actually be a 6 slot for them. I think Indiana Jones is probably Bowser. You have to pick. You can't be in and out and out and in and out. It's tough being a kitten in this world. But outside of Indiana Jones in December, there's not really much out there. So putting Hollow Knight Silksong in December might be a really awesome slot and a chance for them to capitalize on still coming out this year and take advantage of a light holiday season and give everybody something awesome to play before they go on their holiday break. Let me know when you think Hollow Knight Silksong will release in the comments down below. My current pick is December of this year. This year has not been kind to Nintendo people that do things adjacent to Nintendo, maybe not without their permission. Nintendo has aggressively gone after those who are pirating games, who are building up different software that maybe can emulate games, whether it's illegal emulation or legal emulation. Nintendo's like, no, we're shutting that down. And the latest culprit, or the latest victim, I guess, rather, is this Rhythm Heaven Bowsy. What, do you want to play Rhythm Heaven? I want it too. And that's what I think is, come on. That's what I think is very strange about this, is like, make a Rhythm Heaven game. These people want it, so they've shut down Heaven Studio. They filed a DMCA, which allows you to take creating songs into recreations of Rhythm Heaven games. Basically, you can put the song, it can make a game out of it, and that's very, very nifty, very, very neat. But it's not official Nintendo, and Nintendo, they don't mess around. They've been getting stricter and stricter over the years, I would say, with this kind of stuff, and so they are saying no-go for Heaven Studio. Now, in the past, sometimes this does lead to a new game being announced, but given that we just had a Direct, I don't think Nintendo is ready to reveal Rhythm Heaven. So I think this is more a case of Nintendo safeguarding and protecting their IP across the board, no matter if it's big or small, something they're currently using or something they have no plans to use. Nintendo is just making sure that nobody messes. Hey, what are you doing? Today's episode brought to you by Bowser, the mischievous kitten, almost 6 months old later this week, and he is feeling his oats. Quite literally. I think he likes oats. He likes everything. He's a strange cat. He eats so much. He'll try a banana. He'll try spicy food. He'll try butter. He'll try salt. He'll try lettuce. He'll try crumbs. He's a big crumb gobbler. Anyhow, sad for Heaven Studio. Sad for Rhythm Heaven that it hasn't appeared on Switch. It seems like some of these smaller franchises would have succeeded quite well, or at least exceeded their previous sales totals because of the Switch's extreme popularity, but yet Nintendo has not given them much love, which I don't personally understand. I think it would be great to pepper out the calendar with more of these kind of games rather than remasters or ports, but that does take more work, and I understand that Nintendo is actually delivering a pretty full calendar. So I also want to talk to you about Nintendo and Metroid Prime 4 and this kind of back and forth, because I feel like either you're on the side of Metroid Prime 4 looks absolutely incredible, how is Nintendo doing this? Or, goodness gracious, I hope that's not Switch 2, it doesn't look good at all. Doesn't seem to be much of a middle ground, and I'm confused because to my eyeballs, I think MP4 Beyond looks beyond anything we've seen on Switch. I think that the level of detail and the dynamism in that trailer is awesome and epic and fantastic, but I have heard on podcasts and seen in articles and on web message boards that, like, some people don't feel that way. Some people feel like Metroid Prime 4 looks like a Switch game, and they're hopeful, they're hopeful that Switch 2 will look significant. I'm so sorry for the disorganized nature of this episode. Bowser is unleashing his Koopa King evil upon this episode. He loves to eat. You cannot eat knobs. He loves to chew on joysticks. Doesn't matter if it's it's a PlayStation controller. That's why. Anti everything but Nintendo. He's now climbing on the monitor, really living up to that Bowser name. Boy, what are you doing? We're going to wrap this episode up. I think Metroid Prime 4 looks amazing. I'm surprised to see people say it doesn't look good, and I was just curious what you think. Wow, desperate for screen time much? Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Metroid Prime 4 I think looks great, but maybe I'm drinking the Nintendo Kool-Aid after that awesome Direct. I watched the trailer multiple times, and I just don't see how you could say it looks like a boring Switch game, but maybe that's just me. Let me know your take in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, both me and Bowser. Kick it with you. in this episode of Good Morning Mario. Mostly Bowser trying to take over the show episode. We'll remember this one, and now he's just laying here purring and making little coos. So, yeah, you're cute. We love you. And I love all you out there. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive. And until next time, SwitchForce out.